Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and today I am going to be talking about the Senate elections for the first time in a little bit. So, I kind of want to talk about why it's going to be difficult for Democrats to take the Senate, simply because the territory that they have to actually go for is surprisingly limited, right? So I don't think anybody is going to say that Idaho is not going to stay Republican. Same with Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska. I'll talk about Kansas because some people think that it will be competitive. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee. Uh, Anybody who says Kentucky will be competitive is lying to themselves. West Virginia, more than likely, almost certainly. South Carolina, and Alaska. Democrats, with the seats that are up, are theoretically closer at the start. Illinois, New Mexico, probably. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware. I won't mark Virginia as safe, but we all know Mark Warner is more than likely going to carry that state. And Oregon. So there's actually supposedly a lot of ground to make up. Alabama, though, Doug Jones is almost certainly not going to lose that seat. I really don't think Kansas is up for grabs either. Polls show Steve Daines in Montana slightly ahead of Bullock, the current governor of Montana. So I'm going to go ahead and just say, yeah, we're giving it to him. Texas, I don't expect Cornyn to lose. I really don't. And Georgia's double barrel, I genuinely do expect it to go Republican in both seats. That said, Colorado, Cory Gardner's probably going to lose. Virginia, Mark Warner is probably going to win. New Hampshire, I don't think, I wouldn't be too surprised if it goes blue. I'm going to give Gary Peters in Michigan the benefit of the doubt. Minnesota, again, I'm going to give Democrats the benefit of the doubt here. And we've got 4 seats. And really, the GOP just needs 2 of them if Trump loses, 1 if Trump wins. I don't see Joni Ernst losing, especially if polling indicates that Iowa goes red presidentially. Joni Ernst is probably going to maintain, probably going to keep her seat in Iowa. Arizona, I really could see it going both ways. McSally is not popular, and Mark Kelly could certainly win that race. And so that brings us to the 2 truly competitive, to the 2 seats that the Senate results might hinge on, and that's North Carolina and Maine. Suzanne Collins has seen her popularity slip massively, and with the instant runoff, ranked choice voting, that could be a very bad situation for her. She could certainly lose that seat. However, polling is competitive in Maine with her, but I haven't seen a tremendous amount of it, and polling at the presidential level is extremely weird right now in Maine, with some polls being extremely competitive and then some polls showing a race that is not competitive at all. So I don't know how to rank that. Until we get an actual consistent picture of polling in Maine, I'm going to keep my handicap, my rating for the races favoring the incumbent, okay? Until we get consistent polling and a consistent, regular picture of what's going on there, though it is certainly flippable for Democrats. North Carolina, again, it's another race that is certainly flippable for the Democrats, but polling indicates that Trump is doing better in North Carolina. And if Trump wins, I do see him dragging whoever the Senate nominee is. I forget which of the 2 Senate seats in North Carolina is up, but I could see the Republicans holding on there. Seats that Republicans could flip, Minnesota is certainly up there. 538 actually thinks Minnesota, in terms of the presidential race, is more likely to flip than Michigan. Though they're both reasonably competitive. Michigan is also a very competitive race right now, with John James being a very strong challenger to Gary Peters. Arizona, McSally may be unpopular, but if Donald Trump wins the state by enough, he may drag McSally over the edge. But I think this is a reasonable starting point. If you want to flip Maine, go ahead. See if I care. So I'll just, you know what, I'll leave it here and say Republicans are probably going to maintain their control over the Senate, regardless of who wins the presidency. If Donald Trump wins, Republicans are probably going to win a couple more Senate seats. Michigan, Minnesota, Arizona, and Maine being the most likely states that would flip in that situation. If Democrats win, I don't really see it going beyond this. Maybe throw in North Carolina, which this would, of course, give the Democrats control, but even in a Democratic win, I could still see North Carolina being red. It just depends on a tremendous amount of things, what could happen. Anyway, I want to thank all y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Likes, comments, subscriptions, they always do help, and I greatly appreciate them. And I do have a Twitter, and I do have a Patreon, so I greatly appreciate anything there. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.